this concept of solving small problems small when I was in 3rd grade. When I was in 3rd grade, we used to have those spiral notebooks, the metal spirals on down the side of them. You guys have those still, you know what I'm talking about? And if you were cool, a little bit out of control, a little rock and roll, 3rd grade, you'd unhook that spiral. Oh, yeah. And you'd unspiral it. I don't know why. Why are you doing it in 3rd grade? All I know is that every kid in my 3rd grade class had some amount of wire hanging off his or her notebook. And the more wire you hang off your notebook, the cooler you were. Yeah. My buddy Derek sat next to me. Man, was Derek cool. He only had 5 little rings left. All the rest of it, exposed wire, baby. It was awesome. One day we're sitting in class, and Derek's pencil breaks. And we had those old-time elementary school desks, had the hinge on the back, and they kind of swiveled up and down. All your stuff was underneath there. Well, he lifts on his desktop. The wire from his notebook goes up his nose and had that little hooky part. It hooks over the middle part of his nose, inside of his nose, all the way up. So now Derek has a wire stuck in his nose all the way up. Now, as I see it, Derek has 3 choices. First choice, lift up on the wire, turn it so it's not stuck anymore, pull it out of his nose. Problem solved. Derek's in the 3rd grade. We can't expect Derek to think that rationally. Derek had a second choice. Derek could have been like, excuse me. I seem to have a notebook. Excuse me. I seem to have a notebook stuck. Excuse me. There's a notebook stuck. I have it went up in my, there's a wire, excuse me, I have a notebook stuck in my face. Someone help me. So my teacher could have lifted up on the wire, turned it, pulled it on his nose, or called for help herself. Again, Derek's in the 3rd grade. We can't expect Derek to think that rationally. Derek's first thought was, I have a wire stuck in my nose. I must get it out. So he grabbed onto that wire with both hands. And he went, ah! Now, do you know what happened? Nothing. That was not the solution. The solution was a lift, turn, and pull, and a tug. Tugging actually had nothing to do with the solution. So when that didn't work, Derek started to melt down a little bit. He started to freak out. He started going, now, as Derek began to freak out and melt down, a little bit of blood began to come out of his nose. Now, do you guys remember when you were little and you didn't realize you were hurt until you saw that you were bleeding? You like fall off your bike, you'd be like, I'm okay. Then you see your leg bleeding like, ah! My leg! Gonna die! Derek sees the blood, he's like, now, my teacher, Miss Lockman, is a first-year teacher. She realized for the first time in her life, she's scared of blood. So rather than her saying, Derek, let's calm down, lift him to the wire, turn it, put him in the nose, or calling for help herself, she begins to freak out. She's like, my gosh! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Now, in this room, there are 23 other third graders. Any one of us could have been like, hello. This double-handed tugging thing doesn't seem to be working. Whatever. But no, we begin to freak out. First, the girls. The girls are like, ah! He's gonna die! Derek's gotta die! On a big third grade girl hug circle, tears. He's gotta die! He's gotta die! Now the guys in the room. Guys are a little bit more macho. No, we're not. We're freaking out too. But a couple guys have some suggestions. One guy's like, dude, hold me up. Give me his head. Let me just grab that. Another guy's like, I got an idea. Let's take the wire and wrap it around a doorknob. Works for teeth, right? So once we decide we don't want to tear Derek's face off, we reject all those ideas. And I don't know if traumatic things have ever happened to you, but sometimes in your brain, things go in slow motion. In my brain, Derek's already going, yeah. Yeah. Ah! And I'm like, Derek. Stop. Now, at some point, during all this chaos, someone decides, let's push the office call button. The principal will know what to do. Now, here's a normal day in any school office. Beep. Yes. Can Derek come to the nurse, please? Yes, he can. Send him down. That's a normal day. Here's the day. Beep. Yeah. Ah! He's gotta die. Ah! The principal. The assistant principal. The school nurse, and I'm not kidding you, an off-duty police officer that had to be driving by my school, gun drawn, kicks open the door of my third grade classroom where apparently there is a wild animal killing and eating poor Derek. I want you to imagine the scene. You have 24 third graders running all over the place. One of them has a wire caught in his nose, bleeding everywhere. At this point, my teacher has joined the hug circle of girls. She's like, he is going to die. Ah! Now, luckily, my principal didn't freak out. He said, Derek, went, ah! They grabbed Derek's arms, put him behind his back, and the principal simply lifted up on the wire, turned it, and pulled it out of his nose. Problem solved. Now, here's the funny part. The simplest, easiest solution at the end of the story was the same solution from the beginning. When you guys freak out and go crazy, you don't solve those little problems, you make them bigger. Derek went from a kid that all he had to do was lift up the wire, turn it, and pull it out of his nose, everything was fine. But see, he freaked out and he melted down. He turned into a kid who couldn't ride a bike the last 2 years of elementary school. He had a hole in his nose. You could hear him coming from like a mile away. I was like, is that Derek? You should have heard him sneeze. He was like, achoo! Because he freaked out. So he freaked out. He melted down. He turned a little problem into a big problem. You can't do that. I'm going to leave you here with a sentence. Remember the third and final power. Before we do that, a couple things first.